Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. For those returning, welcome back. For those that are new here, my name is Jakaya Williams and I am a vessel and a servant for the Lord. And I just relay messages that the Lord gives me to you guys concerning his people. So he had me to do just like a little testimony and gave me a word to give to you guys concerning what my testimony is about. And guys, when I tell you God is good, God is faithful, he is just amazing. And yeah, he's amazing. I don't know what I would do without God, honestly. And what this testimony is about is now he's been pushing me to come out with a video of how he showed up for me. So like I said, we're in the same season, we're on this same journey together. So I've been seeking God for a new place, a new home. And a couple of months ago, I think in December, I really started petitioning God, writing down in my prayer book, Lord, I want a new home. If it's in your will, I want a new place. Like, I'm tired of being where I'm at, provide for me. And so about like January, February, I heard the Lord say, begin to pack. And I'm like, pack? Like, my finances don't look like where it needs to be. It don't look like nothing's moving in my life. What you mean pack? And the Lord was like, trust me, I need you to pack. So that's what I began doing. I began to get rid of stuff that I did not want to take with me. And he just kept reminding me, pack, 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 pack. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to move in faith and I'm going to pack. So he began to, just, steady working on me, and stuff like that throughout my journey. And just a couple of weeks ago, I think like at the beginning of April, he reminded me again, I need you to pack. And I'm like, why does he keep telling me to pack? Like there's nothing, like my situation looks stuck, and that's where a lot of us are today, right now in this present moment. We feel like we're stuck. We feel like, there's nothing moving on our behalf. And, you gotta keep in mind that, that could be the testing of your faith. Like God could be testing your faith. You see if you have patience, see if you're gonna continue leaning on him or you're gonna go back. There's various different ways of, and things of why God still has you waiting. And stuff like that, because during this present time, the enemy has been fighting me, especially first it was my thoughts that he was fighting me on, and then he left me with that. And then now he's trying to attack my faith at the very last second. And I'm like, are you kidding me? We're not going to have that. Did I have some bad days? Yes. Did I have some good days? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, I got up and I continue believing in God. I continue having faith because I know God's character. And so last week I got a phone call, and stuff like that. And they told me, hey, look, I'm finna get this place, finna get two bedrooms, one is yours if you wanna come. Now, how do I explain this? When God told me that I was gonna move, okay, he already told me the location that I was gonna move to, and he also told me what time, like what kind of time, like as far as month. He told me all of that when he told me that I was going to be moving, when I prayed him that prayer. And I was like, okay, in my human mind, I'm like, ain't no way. But, with God, he's going to provide for you either way. And so, when I got that phone call, it was at the place that he told me that I was going to be moving at. And around the same time, he told me that I was going to be moving by May. And when I tell you when I tell you guys, God did it. God did it. Like, I am still shocked that like it even happened, because I really wasn't, I was expecting, but I really wasn't expecting, because the enemy again has been attacking me on my faith, my belief, and my expectation. But that's the beautiful thing about God, that, he may not come when you want him, but he's always on time. And, they were talking to me. They was like, okay, we're going to have this place ready by, at the beginning of May. And again, mind you, the Lord already told me way before in January that I was going to be moving by May, that I was going to be in that new place by May. So the fact that, I got that phone call and it was the location that God already told me way before any of these happened. And it was also around the same month. So I'm just like, wow, like God really do be providing and God really do be moving. He just be trying to test your faith. And another thing that he really wanted me to point out, and before I get to that, no, I'm gonna get to that. He really wanted me to point out that sometimes he has to change the process. I don't know if that happens with everybody else's situation. Please take this back to the Lord concerning this. But I know he definitely wanted me to, share my testimony of how he, provided for me. And like I said, he really wanted me to point out that, to keep an open perspective, because the way God provided for me and blessed me was through another person. It wasn't through me, my own doing, and stuff like that. It was through him and it was through another person. So he wanted me to really, really specify, and stuff like that, and really, really expound on, just because it does not look the way you thought it was going to look like does not mean it's not a blessing, and stuff like that. Of course, when you get the situation presented to you, take it to him, and stuff like that, make sure you get an answer from him, but don't be so caught up, oh, well, that's not how it looked in my head, so this can't be from God. And you're going to end up missing out on your blessing because you had another way in your mind. And he's reminding me to share. I had it one way in my mind, not knowing that I was going to go through with that person. And I'm like, wow. And at first it had me a little uncomfortable because it didn't look like what I thought it was going to look like in my head. And so again, that's why it's very, very important when you pray to God about something and he's giving you day-to-day instructions or week-to-week instructions, you want to make sure that you keep your mind open and pray to God when that situation is presented to you. So he wanted me to share a little message. He says, be not dismayed at the process of how I did it, but rather focus on the blessing that came through. Many of you miss your blessing because it does not look like what you thought. But remember, I have already orchestrated everything for you. I know the best way. Many of you have been warring in the spirit for a long time. I am here to tell you it's here. It is just around the corner. Do not forget the covenant we discussed, but rather praise my name for all the things I'm about to reveal unto you. When I tell you this is so good, when he was giving it to me, this is something that I really, really needed. And I know it's for somebody who, if you're watching this video right now, because again, a lot of us, we're still waiting on God to come through for us on many things. And it seems like the process is slow. It seems like we're never going to get there. It seems like, am I doing enough? And, and stuff like, did I mess up somewhere? God is telling you today that you did not mess up. You are doing enough. Just keep focusing on him. Do not turn your attention to the circumstances around you, because he is always working day in and day out for that thing you prayed to him for. He goes on to say, pray against that one-way mindset and pray about the impossible for you so I can show you my mighty hand. Let me repeat that. He says, pray against that one-way mindset and pray about the impossible for you so I can show you my mighty hand. Because one thing about God, I really believe he likes to show up and show out for his people, especially, his faithful servants and his obedient servants. He really, really likes to show out for us. So again, you want to keep that in mind as well, man. And he's reminding me of the list he had me write down again. He had me write down another list in my prayer book, right? And I was finna get ready to write down something else, and I heard him clearly say, he said, no. He said, write down exactly what you want. And I was like, and I was kind of getting scared because, I'm not used to getting what I want, and stuff like that, the way I grew up, and, even in my adult life and in relationships that I had, I wasn't used to getting my way, I wasn't used to getting spoiled. So, and it's like, God was like, no, I need you to write down specifically exactly what you want so I can show up for you. I'm going to do it for you. And it's like, it had me begin to cry, because I was like, wow, God, am I really that special to you? And he says, yes, you're my creation. You're my children. I am going to do it for you, and stuff like that. And it's just amazing. And so as I give you your gift, do not forget about me, as some of you will. Listen to that again. He says, as I give you your gift, do not forget about me, as some of you will. Now he's warning you, some of you, he's gonna still bless you, but you're gonna forget about him. You're gonna forget about him. And he's telling me it's gonna be a life lesson in with some of y'all, and stuff like that. And he reminded me of when he warned Judas, and he warned Peter, you're gonna deny me 3 times, and Peter didn't believe him, and he ended up denying him. He told when they were sitting down eating, he said, somebody at this table is gonna betray me. So the Lord is just trying to give you warning. Look, I'm going to still bless you, but some of y'all are going to forget about me. And y'all going to go on and do your own thing. And then y'all going to have to start the process all over again. But it's for a purpose, and stuff like that. So please be on the lookout for that. Stay prayed up. Do not forget about God when he comes through for you. Please don't. He goes on to say, your next blessing is in your obedience and faith. I am going to heal your land. Restore what the locusts have eaten. Open your hands to receive. Soften your hearts for me to come in. Focus on me and watch me move. Now, he had me to go to a scripture, Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. You have to remember, he didn't say try to be strong and courageous. He said be strong and courageous. Be not afraid. Do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God will be there for you wherever you go. You have to remember that God is always with you. He is always with you. That's why he wants you to stay focused on him while he works everything out, so he can surprise you, so he can do the impossible for you, and stuff like that. And when you feel the enemy just keep warring, get on your knees and say, Lord, I need you. Lord, I need you to help me to stay focused on you. I know you're working everything out for me. I need you. I need you to show your mighty hand. I need you to move. I need you to provide. And allow God to come in and give you peace, give you restoration, give you whatever you need in that present moment from God. Allow him to do that for you. Do not sit in that uncomfortable place. And what I mean by that is when the enemy is attacking you, don't just allow him to attack you. Fight back. That is what, that's what God put in us. He gave us the strength to fight back. He gave us the strength to be courageous. Do not be afraid. He gave us this, the necessary tools to put on the full armor of God so that we may see the enemy coming towards us and so that we may fight. He gave us those tools already. Do not sit in that, and stuff like that. So again, that's what he wanted me to share with you guys. And I have plenty of other testimonies that the Lord is going to do for me. And I'm going to share every single one of them as I am led to. But I just wanted to encourage someone on today that if he can do it for me, the same person that is in the same journey as you, if he can do it for me, I know he can do it for you. We rebuke that thoughts in the name of Jesus, and God has got your back. Just continue moving on, continue putting in the work, having the faith, and yeah, God's going to come through for you. God is definitely going to come through for every single one of y'all. So, and also too, I had to come back and because I forgot to say something. When I was writing down the things that I want, I have it right here. When I was writing down the things that I want, I said I want a comfortable, nice 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment with a nice, understanding, reasonable office people that will work with you. I'm writing down, and I wrote that on April 19th, 2024. Now, mind you, I got that phone call like 2 or 3 days later, which is probably around the time like the 23rd. Guys, it is a 2-bedroom. 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Don't tell me God can't come through. Do not tell me God cannot come through for you. Like, I actually forgot I wrote that down. And the Lord brought it to my remembrance, and he told me, look, add this part back in here in the video. And I was like, okay. But that just goes to show that he listens, and be specific so he can come through for you on that thing, so he can show his mighty hand. And I'm just mind blown right now because, again, I actually forgot I wrote down that part, and it's amazing. It's amazing. So yeah, so peace and blessings. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.